Go,
Let's
King.
go,
Great
King.
morning,
Let's
great morning, great
go.
morning.
Go. Where
Go.
you
Brendan,
at?
He's
Brendan, good morning,
ready.
coach.
Go,
Ready
family.
for him.
Let's
That's right. Good
go.
Always
Let's
morning.
ready for him.
go.
Always ready for him.
Good morning. Where you at, King? Good
Let's get it,
morning.
let's get
Let's
it, let's
go,
get it.
King.
Always ready for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go,
Coach
King. We
Crew.
can't do this without
What's up?
you.
What's up?
Sir.
Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yes.
Drop a one in the chat. Y'all can hear me clearly.
Yes.
For me, it seemed like I'm losing my Wi-Fi service. That's what it seemed like for me. But let me see. If y'all can hear me clearly, let me know in the chat. All right, cool. So I want to start off by this. Moya, you can share the screen real fast. I want to start off by going through the day 5, right? The call 5. And the reason why I want to just start it off by going through that, because I want to make sure that we're being on time. We want to make sure that we have enough time to do some exercises. So on this call, right, we're going to focus mainly on the public speaking side. So I'm just going to give you a couple of tips and tricks, just some training we're going to do, but it's just really perspective. And the perspective is when you're talking to 5 people, you're talking to one person. When you're talking to 3 people, you're talking to one person. If you're talking to 2 people, you're talking to one person, right? So when you look at it from the perspective of public speaking, let's just say that person who came to hear you speak, that person didn't really necessarily think about everybody else that was coming to speak. That person came to get the information for themselves, right? So you're still speaking to one person. It might be 5,000 people in your arena, but it's going to be one person that's really listening to your message in multiple seats. Everybody put one person in the chat. Put one person in the chat. One person, put one person in the chat. See, we want to dive into some of these techniques so that way we can get practice in public speaking, because we all know that you can speak things into existence in the mind, but to have it show up in the 3D printed world, you gotta do the work. But all it takes is one person. If one person starts to do the work, there's a chance that other people can do the work. If one person shows up, there's a chance that other people can show up. Are you being that one person? Let me know in the chat. Put one person in the chat if you're being that one person. And make sure everybody mic's on mute. If you're being that one person, put one person in the chat. Everybody else, mic's on mute, please. One person. The reason why I'm hammering on this one person is because when we look at a lot of things in life, we make it difficult than what it normally is. But the reality of it is, it's not that difficult. It just takes work. It just takes practice. So when it comes to public speaking, it's practice. I want to know from everybody in the chat while I go through this, what are some of the things that you fear the most when it comes to public speaking? Or what are some of the things that trouble you the most when it comes to public speaking? We all have some area of default. But I want you to understand any weakness is just an underdeveloped strength. So we can work on everything. It can get better at all. But I want to know what is the number one fear for you in public speaking? What's the number one fear? So when we talk about, scroll up just a little bit more, please. When we talk about learning effective public speaking techniques, such as posture, such as the tone, body language, all of these are very important elements. But like public, it may be talking about speaking, but we're still doing, we're still actively moving, it's still activity. Most people say word fumbling. Do you know where word fumbling comes from? Word fumbling comes from the fact that we're trying to cram so many different thoughts in our minds at one time that we're not focused on what we're actually saying. The good thing about public speaking is that it can come from your heart. It doesn't have to come from the paper. It doesn't have to come from the teleprompter. It doesn't have to come from the monitor. It can come straight from the heart, right? Straight from the heart. Everybody put from the heart. So fumbling the words and losing train of thought, that's all the same, right? And once it's the same thing, really what we're doing is thinking about a lot of things at once. So then we just kind of have information overload. As I'm speaking, what I want everyone to do is visualize the words that are coming out of my mouth. Visualize the words. When I say word, see the actual word. W-O-R-D. See the word, right? See the actual word. So if I say anything, like I want you to see the word. When I say see, have that play on the mental screen in your mind, like see, S-E-E, right? Like let this show up. And this is how you're going to be able to follow along. Remember when we were kids and we used to watch some of those shows? They used to have like the little ball bouncing on the words, or they have the colors or the words whenever they're speaking highlighted so we know which words are being said at that moment. That's a visualization technique that's going to allow you to be able to speak clearer, to be able to articulate. Why? Because you're not only hearing it, you're seeing it. So when you go to say it, now that's 3 times you done experienced it. That's a lot of practice. This is what we talk about when we say becoming more effective in less time. So your public speaking skills are going to be enhanced through your listening skills. Your public speaking skills are going to be enhanced through your listening skills. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you can speak. So if you know you've been running your mouth and you've been running up, the minutes on your words, guess what? That means you've been listening intently. So I want us to be able to utilize these visual aids to help us with our public speaking. So not only did we just learn that when we're speaking to 5 people, we're only speaking to 1. Not only did we learn that when we're adding our body language, our tone and posture, it causes an effect that it helps us communicate effectively. But we also just spoke about the visualization techniques of listening and being able to go out there and repeat the words. Now we done seen the thing 3 times. So now that's the practice, right? These are the hacks that you can utilize to enhance your ability to learn, your ability to speak, your ability to engage, and ultimately manifest what you want. So I want y'all to be able to speak today and get some feedback, right? But what I want to do before I do that is I want to give y'all a little visualization, and we come up with 30 seconds or less. Then I'm gonna have Sunshine and Jasmine speak, right? So this is really about storytelling today. Everything that you do, everything that you see is about storytelling. Every like when you say my girlfriend is X, Y, and Z, or my boyfriend or my husband or whoever, my mom, she don't really care about me. It's a story. It's a story. It's not really true. It's a story. It has some truth to it, but it's not the truth. It's true, but it's not the truth, right? Storytelling is huge. The reason why most of us get sold is through storytelling. Most of you came into this community because of the stories that we told to you. You can take your story and you can tell it to other people and have them empower themselves to get to their next level as well. So I want you to practice speaking in front of the mirror, recording yourself. This is later on, right? I want you to be able to work on your body language, work on your tonality, work on your pace. The way I'm talking to you right now, some of you are probably ready to go back to sleep. But it's a reason why I'm talking to you this way. Because it used to me coming in and giving you so high energy, I want to give you something low for a second. Because this is also going to make you pay attention as well. If you haven't joined our public speaking group, you should. Some of you weren't there yesterday, but you should be here. So this is the thing. You can stop sharing the screen now, Queen, because we're going to go over those a little bit later. Your coaches, we'll go over that at the end. But here's the big thing, though. The biggest thing is this. You're the one person. So the one person that you're speaking to is you. You're the one person, isn't it? Let me know in the chat. Is it easier for you to speak to yourself or to speak to someone else? I don't know. I could be wrong. I think it's easier for you to speak to yourself, but I could be, not knowing what I'm talking about. So let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Because I think a lot of you got practice talking to yourself all day. I think you got practice. But what if you were able to, because let me ask you a question before I say, when some people go, am I making sense? Am I clear? But do you ever ask yourself that? Do you ever go, am I making sense or am I clear? Or is it just clear to you when you speak to yourself? I want to know. Is it just clearer when you speak to yourself, or do you have to ask yourself, hey, did I make sense? So when you think about it, right, it's easier to talk to yourself. So I want y'all to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to breathe in deeply. Inhale until your lungs are at capacity. Just hold that. Just hold it right there. Slowly release through the mouth and finish the remaining air through the nostrils. Do it again. Inhale deeply till your lungs are at capacity. Slowly release. Finish the remaining air through the nostrils. As you feel your body getting present, I want you to get present with something else. You've been public speaking for your entire life. The moment you started speaking was in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. In fact, it was such a spectacle that people would say, hey, look, come listen to Anissa speak. She said her first word. Come listen to Sunshine speak. She said her first word. Like, people used to call on other individuals to come hear you speak. When you were sitting in a classroom and the teacher called on you and you thought the teacher was called on you to pick on you, but the teacher called on you because guess what? Teacher knew you were amazing. They wanted to hear from you. They believed in you. You got to believe in yourself. See, this is a moment in time right now where you could take and you could say, okay, can I give it my all? Can I give it my best? I got to have the best energy. I got to have the best nurturing system around me. I got to have the best watering system around me. Why? Because I know if I'm being loved, felt, heard, seen, appreciated, I can do anything that I want to do in this world. I want you to think about you doing that for yourself. I want you to think about you being the sunshine of your life. I want you to think about you being the energy coach of your life. How can I speak so that way I can get the energy that I need to get the results I need in my life? If I'm speaking to somebody negatively because I just experienced something negative in my life, then the only outcome of this conversation in which I'm speaking negatively will be negative. It's not going to be positive. So how can I utilize my words to produce a great outcome? And so much so that words produce a great outcome. Words are tied to your wallet. Your words are tied to your wallet. I want you to think about that. If you only report to one person, speak to one person, speak to 2 people, maybe 3 people inside your company, there's a reason why your salary is capped. It's the reason why they call it a salary cap. But if you're speaking to millions of people, you're speaking to thousands of people, you're speaking to hundreds of people, you're speaking to a lot of people, you don't have a cap. There's no cap. So understand that public speaking is your gateway to your success. So if you don't feel like you want to public speak, I would say, guess what? You're already doing it. Guess what? You did that. And you can do it again. And you can do it again. And you can do it again. You can monetize and get paid for it. So while you're thinking about this, I want you to just continue to have your eyes closed and think about if you could turn your words into gold, what would that look like? How would you help people? So how did the mindset mogul turn his words into gold? I mentioned your words are your gift. Your gift will give you your gold. Some of you have other gifts as well, but your gifts are nothing without your words. You gotta have your words. So words matter. Everything you say matters. Everything you do matters. So when we talk about public speaking, I want you to understand that utilizing your body language, utilizing your tonality, understanding where to put emphasis at, understanding where to bring energy, where to bring it up, where to lower it, where your hands should be. If my hands are up above my head, my voice goes higher. If my hands are low by my waist, my voice goes deeper. So these are for different times. I want to get excited. I'm throwing my hands up. This is why the DJs say throw your hands up. I want you to get excited because automatically you get excited. You put your hands down. You're at rest. That's why they say put your hands by your side when you're standing in line. You're at rest. Now, so understanding these different techniques, understanding the position, also the creative visualization tool. When somebody is speaking, you have the words pop up on the mental screen in your mind, and you be able to read the words. Now you're practicing how to speak just by listening. So I want to turn it over to you. So come back to where we're at right now in our present. And I want to take 2, 3 hands and I want to bring up Sunshine. and I want Sunshine to tell her story. So 30 seconds or less, somebody who's brave enough, tell your story. And I want you to do it this way. I want you to tell us the tragedy. I want you to tell us the triumph. And I want you to tell, well, I want you to tell us the tragedy, the tipping point, and the triumph, right? Tragedy, tipping point, triumph. So if you get up here 30 seconds or less, tell us who you are, like just introduce yourself, what tragedy you went through, how you overcame it, and what was the result of it. So for me, I always tell them I went to 7 different schools in 9 years. I slept on the benches in the basements of the dorms. I had gastroesophageal reflux disease. I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days and had to overcome my obstacles. Losing my mom growing up. Y'all seen me lost our dad, you see uncle, different things. I had to overcome my obstacle. Had to overcome my obstacle to the point where I became in this place where I said, good is no longer good enough for me. That was my tipping point. Good was no longer good enough for me. I was busy being good that I forgot about my greatness. That's when I realized I got to go out there and I got to do everything I said I was going to do. My mom passed away. She said, don't let my sickness become my weakness. So I decided to say, okay, I'm not letting anything that I'm going through become my weakness. And once I was able to overcome that, literally I became an author. I became a public speaker. I became an entrepreneur that was able to allow myself to get over the things that I was going through, to allow other people to get over the things that they were going through, and therefore change their perspectives to see difficulty differently, to help them overcome their obstacles, to see opportunities, and for them to realize that these challenges that they're going through are just chances for them to show their greatness. By doing that, I was able to create 4, 5, 6 figures in a day, in a month, in years, not just for myself, but for other people. And I want to continue spreading that love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. So you can come up and give something like that, but just do it in 30 seconds or less. And we're going to turn it over to Sunshine. So raise your virtual hand. And remember, like, if you don't put yourself in this position to get uncomfortable, it's not an issue. The only thing that's going to happen is one or two things. Is you're going to grow or you're not going to grow. And you have to decide, do you want accelerated growth or do you want to grow at a slower rate? If you want accelerated growth, you got to be the first person to raise your hand. When Jasmine, no, it was Latifah. When Latifah raised the hand, when him 500 was on the call with us on Monday, Latifah got the accelerated growth, right? Because she raised her virtual hand and then he went to her specific business and helped her out specifically. Everybody else had to listen to it from a third party and you kind of got some gain, but she got the most value because she was the one, the most active participant, raising the hand. So that's why we asked you to raise your hand. So Sunshine, take one, and then Jasmine, take one. And we're going to do it in a shuffle order today because we're only taking a couple people. So Sunshine, take one, Jasmine, take one. So Sunshine first, and then we come up with Jasmine afterward.
Queen Angela, come talk to us, love.
Good morning. I thought you were calling on Jasmine and Sunshine. Hi, I'm Angela Washington. I am an Air Force brat. I grew up Air Force. My father was under a lot of tension all the time. He abused alcohol. Some things happened in the house with a couple of guns and rifles. I grew up with the violence. I protected my mom, and the little girl protected me. I learned not to trust people. I went through some areas in my life where I just decided I wanted to do something. I protected myself, went on to college, where I learned that I could be a very good student, but I learned that I had bigger dreams. And those dreams led me to mentorships that allowed me to say, I am a good person, I can do this, and the dreams that I've held in my heart can come true with the right support and the right plan.
All right. So Sunshine, you can respond to that, but then let's have Jasmine bring up the next one. You okay?
I'm cool.
I got you. So, all right, cool. Sunshine's good. So, right. So, yeah, 100%, Angela. Angela, if everybody feels what Angela was saying, drop some ones in the chat. Drop some ones. If she was telling you a story, drop some ones. If you understood the story, drop some ones. Send some love to Angela in the chat. Let's go to Jasmine. Jasmine, call up somebody.
Let's get it, Queen Alicia. Let's hear your experience, Queen. Come through.
Good morning, everyone. So I grew up in a very overcrowded household, literally over 15 of us in like a 2-bedroom. I experienced some colorism at a young age that stunted my confidence in myself. I started to suffer with depression, but I never addressed it or told anyone until maybe a couple of years ago. After I had children, I was pretending to be happy for a long time. I was waking up on a daily basis, wishing I didn't wake up. And then one day I just decided I wanted to change my life. I didn't want that for my kids. I didn't want to pretend anymore. I just wanted to be more for myself so I could be more for them. It's like my son could see through my unhappiness. So that was the change for me. I decided to do better for myself, want more for myself, get therapy so I could experience a better life.
Jasmine, you want to add some value on that?
Yes, I definitely can relate to a few things you said, but the value part, I definitely it's impactful. The story is impactful. I want you to come in on a higher note and then go right into that lower note. That way you can create a flow. But especially with the colorism, Queen, like I'm grateful that you're sharing and speaking your story, because that's something that I actually experienced when I was younger too. So it's great to know that, you know, your story is not only helping you as you speak, but it helps other people. So, you know, mastering how you speak, what your speech is, that's only going to take you to the next higher level immediately. So I love you, Queen.
Love you too.
Absolutely. And just so everybody knows, when you share your story, you grow from that. Like I know I used to think that my story was my weakness, but my story soon became my strength. Your story will be your strength. Everybody put my story as my strength in the chat. I know you think it's a weakness. I know you don't want to talk about it. I know it hurts. I know you feel like you don't want to go down that hole again. I know. But your story is your strength. If you talk from that and you overcome the things that you're dealing with, guess what? Other people can see that. And that's how we can pour into each other. We pour into each other, we all win. We pour into each other, we all win. So it's your story that you're going to be able to share that's going to take somebody from their current situation and put them in a better situation. So everybody send some love to everybody who participated, everybody who got their hand raised, by the way. We're not going to call on everybody. If we do have time afterwards, we can let other people share. But, you know, just kind of take note of what you felt today. Take note when you was going through that little exercise. It was a short exercise and just something so simple of just thinking about certain things as while I'm speaking. It was just a thinkitation practice that everybody was doing. I want Sunshine to be able to share her story and go into who she is and just kind of open up as far as where she's at now. Sunshine, are you ready to do that? Do you feel comfortable with? I know you was coughing and things.
Yeah, let's push through this.
Let me know, because if you don't feel up to it, we just got a segue. But who has your PDF? Moy got your PDF?
She should still have it from the last time.
All right, so pull up the PDF. Let's go. So this is what I want to do. I want to give everybody a chance to just watch it in real time. So what we have is we have a speech pattern, and I gave y'all the pattern of how it should go when you have your speeches. Literally, you want to talk about the tragedy. Why? Because that's the pain point. The pain point is going to grab people in. It's going to attract people with the pain points. Now, with the tipping point, the tipping point is what made you decide to change your life? What was the deciding factor? What was the determining factor? What did you get mad about to make a decision? What did you say, okay, how can I transform my life? I would no longer be the victim. I would no longer see it this way. And then you went out and did the thing and got the result. The triumph is the result. What happened? Right? So when I talked about my story, going through, I was sleeping on the benches of the dorm basements because financial aid didn't hit, which other words mean what? I didn't have any money. To being able to create six-figure business, $1 million business, and be able to help other people. So like, honestly, your current situation or your current scene is not your final stage. Okay, your current scene is not your final stage. Just understand you have another level to get to. So you want to be able to talk about your tragedy. You want to be able to talk about your pain point. Talk about your triumph, because guess what? Wherever you're dealing with right now, it'll be over. But guess what? The other side of it is you're only dealing with what you have right now, so that way you can get to where you're going and be able to flourish. So do we have that PDF? Let's go. Unless you got it, Sunshine, you want to share your PDF.
Unfortunately, I don't have it on my laptop here.
All right, go without the PDF, Sunshine, and just go.
All right, y'all. We gonna push through this today. Look. Give me some energy right now, y'all. I want everybody to unmute. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get this
Let's
energy.
go.
Go.
Let's go.
Sunshine, you got this.
Let's go.
Come on, Queen.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Got this Queen
Let's
Sunshine.
go.
Some of that sunshine on us.
Thank you.
We got this.
Go.
Queen.
Yes.
Got this, Sunshine.
Family, let's go. We gonna push through this one. All right, y'all. So let me ask you this quick question. Y'all all are here to change our lives, right? If you are here to change your life, put "I'm changing my life" in the chat right now. Right now, let's talk about it. Put "I'm changing my life" in the chat right now. If you are here, if you have joined any of these mentorship programs, no matter which one it is, if you are here to make some money, I need y'all to drop them money bags in the chat right now. I want to see them. Let's go. Let's go, family. Let's go. If you have decided that you will no longer live an average life, put "I am not average" in the chat. Now, what I want y'all to do for me is I need y'all to tell me some of your goals. You could tell me some of your money goals. Drop some of those money goals. Y'all should know what y'all money goals are right now. We've been over this a few times. Talk about those money goals. Where are we trying to get to right now? Let's talk about it. But more importantly than your money goals, what I want to know from y'all right now is, what are your legacy goals? Tell me what your legacy goals are. Yes, Danielle, leave this 9 to 5. Pay off my parents' mortgage. Major. Financial freedom. Talk to me, family. What are your legacy goals? Because that's what we're here for. We are here to leave legacies, to build a commercial real estate empire. I love it. I love it, family. I love it. So let me ask you, do y'all believe it's possible to have a 5 to 6 figure day? Do y'all believe that it's possible for y'all to actually make 5 to 6 figures in a day? Do you know that there are people out here that are making 5 to 6 figures a day? In fact, your mentors have had 5 to 6 figure days. This can actually be you. But can I be honest with you, family? The only reason why it's not you is because you don't have discipline. You don't have consistency. See, discipline and consistency is all about accountability, family. And I'm going to be transparent with you. I used to be a person that didn't have like accountability. And I was actually that person that wasn't disciplined. And I definitely wasn't consistent. And that led me to actually living a life of being like out of alignment with my assignment. If you feel like that has been you at some point, in fact, that might even be you right now. Put Yana in the chat. So can I be vulnerable with you for a moment right now? I need y'all to drop the sunshine emojis in the chat for me. See, most of y'all know me as Sunshine. But the truth of the matter is, my name is Ebonita. To my mom, I'm Ebonita. Well, actually, I'm Princess to my mom still. And again, truthfully, I wasn't being accountable, family. I wasn't being accountable for myself, and those were some of my darkest days. Is there anyone in here that feels like right now is some of your darkest days? I want you to know that you don't have to stay in that dark place. But it's gonna take, like, you're gonna have to find that discipline and consistency. Because it took literally for me to be in my darkest days in order for me to find my light. And now everywhere I go, everybody calls me sunshine. I need y'all to drop them sunshine emojis in the chat, family. Drop them sunshine emojis in the chat. The truth of the matter is, most of you get in dark places and you don't really see your way out. I understand. There was a time when I didn't see my way out either. See, the truth is, you need tools, you need systems for success. And that's why actually right now I'm your accountability advisor. Because when I started having accountability, I was able to create a life for myself that I could have only imagined at this point right now. So you have to decide to release the fear. Stop being scared. Stop playing small. Take the time out right now to decide to reinvent yourself. Change who you are. Change your beliefs, family. Stop thinking that you could get to where you want to go in life by yourself, on your own. Because the truth is, it's all about strategic partnerships. You've heard that many a times in here. Drop strategic partnerships in the chat, please. The first partner that I had to find, the first partner that I had to get with was myself. I had to look within. I had to find my own sunshine. And you can too. Every single last one of y'all have the capability of finding your own sunshine. Your sunshine could be anything you enjoy, whether it's meditating, whether it's exercise, whether it's playing sports. Your sunshine could be watching sunrises and sunsets. It could be candlelit bubble baths. It could be traveling. But you gotta find your sunshine. It's all about your sunshine. Your sunshine could be simply just listening to music or taking long walks in a park. But you have to take the time to find your sunshine. Your sunshine is your light. It's all about your light. But where do you need to stop playing small in your life at this time? What positive things do you need to fix in your life? Or what positive things do you need to add to your life right now? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take you on this quick little journey with me. Believe it or not, the beginning of this year, this isn't what I was doing. I actually used to work in the middle school. The truth is, y'all, I was not in alignment with my assignment. I'm trying to tell you. And one morning, I believe it was the cash flow boot camp. I was on a call with King Ryan, King Crew. As a matter of fact, some of y'all in here right now may have been on that call. If you was on that call, just drop some hearts in the chat or light up your name or something. If y'all was actually on that call, where I actually stated, I just literally walked out of the classroom, y'all. I walked out of the classroom and I stated on that call, the accountability call that morning, that today might be my last day. I didn't even care that I walked out of the classroom because my main focus was letting everybody on that call know that if they was on the fence, Don't you ever give anybody that much power over your life to tell you when and when you cannot celebrate your life. Because all of this was about me having a conversation with my principal about me taking vacation time to celebrate myself and my daughter, whose birthday is 5 days behind mine. And they were trying to deny me my time to do that. No. I had actually decided at that very moment. Matter of fact, I need y'all to drop some sunshine emojis in the chat. Drop them sunshine emojis in the chat, y'all. Because that was my sunshine. I had to finally choose me. It took me all of this time, but I finally chose me. I finally stopped putting myself last in my own life. So y'all better know what happened. I went on that trip. I celebrated myself. I celebrated my daughter. And it was the best trip I ever had in my life, y'all. And when I returned, I actually decided to turn in my resignation that Monday. But y'all don't even understand how real alignment is. Let me tell y'all about what happened that Monday. On that Monday, that same exact Monday that I was supposed to be going to turn in my resignation, King Crew called me. He had no idea that this was the day that I was supposed to be going to turn in my resignation, and asked me to join the team, family. I had no days off. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. I was literally just walking out of my job with no plan B, nothing. I just decided to put me first. I knew what I wanted. The same exact day that I was supposed to turn in my resignation, King Crew called me about joining the team. I had no days off, family. I found my sunshine, and you have to find your sunshine. This right now, this very moment, this is your time. I need everybody to write in the chat. I need everybody to come off mute. I need you to state loud and clear that this is my time. This is my time to shine. Unmute, y'all. Unmute.
This
Unmute.
is
Get it,
my
let's get it. This
time.
is my
This
time.
is my
This
time.
is my time to shine.
It's my time to
Let's
shine.
go.
This is my
This is
time.
my time
Let's
to
go,
shine.
y'all.
My time to
This is
shine.
my
Right.
time.
Yes,
Let's
100%.
go.
This
Let's
is
go.
my time.
It is your time. So I sit here today, literally, as your accountability advisor. And I am here literally to work with you to discover the unlimited potential that is sitting within you. And not only am I here as your accountability advisor, but I have actually gotten to the point where now I am here to help people structure your LLCs. I'm doing funding for people. Like, my life is on a whole nother level, but I have my time back. I have my own freedom. I move how I want and need to at this time. And all you have to do is remove the fear and decide to shine your light. Choose your sunshine, family. This is your time. I love y'all to life. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I want everybody to once again just get present to a number of things. I'm not gonna give y'all all the secrets because you gotta get into our public speaking group to get all the secrets. But you can see the dynamics in the story, right? If you understood the story, put the one in the chat. If you understand the tragedy, if you understand the tipping point, if you understand the triumph, put a one in the chat. This is how we know if we understand the story. Okay, everybody for who's putting that one in the chat, I just gave y'all the alley-oop. What are the three components to the story? What are the three components that you need in the story? They use it in Disney Channel, they use it in any story that you probably ever watched. It's always the same thing inside the story. What's the three elements inside the story? Or the three T's in the story. That's another, I'm giving y'all lifelines right now. Jeopardy, that's a Jeopardy lifeline. Gave y'all the consonants. What's up? Let me know in the chat. Put it in the chat. What's up? Malik, you had your hand raised. You come up real fast. I'm gonna bring up Jasmine in a second. You can come back up, Malik.
I was thinking, what is it? Tragedy, the tipping point, and the transformation is the three T's.
That's close. Transformation is good. I'll take that. Give you a 90. That's what they do on the test. They give you a 90%. It wasn't 100%. Get a 90 though. Great job, bro. It is transformation. It's just the word I'm looking for was triumph, right? But transformation is a good word, so that's definitely something that you could plug right in there, right? Great stuff, great stuff. Tragedy, tipping point, triumph. Look at that in your own life. If you start to look at it that way, you'll realize you're successful, because all successes have that. All success. If you're a shero, if you're a hero, whatever you call yourself, guess what? You had that. You had a tragedy, you had a tipping point, you had a triumph. You said, look, enough is enough with this tragedy. I'm done with this. I'm no longer a victim. I'm a victor. You stepped into it. You said, what does a victor mean? What does it take to be victorious? And you led by example. You became victorious. And now guess what? You're glorious. Right? So please, your story will give you your glory. Everybody write that in the chat. Your story will give you your glory. So everything that Sunshine went through, it was to allow her to realize that she has something greater. Because a lot of us like to settle, right? How many of y'all settling at the job that you're at right now? Like, be real, I had a great job, but I was settling. So it might be you. You might have a great job, but you're settling. If that's the case, maybe you got a good job and you're not settling, and that's really what you want to do. Like, hey, your story will give you your glory. Please understand that. Everybody write that down once again. And I want y'all to snap a snapshot of this. Take a screenshot of this and tag me on Instagram. Tag me on Instagram with this and say, my story will give me my glory. Or you could put it in the third person form for somebody else to get the information and say, your story will give you your glory, but then you got to write a little bit of information. But take a screenshot of this. Tag me on Instagram. If you want to, you could use the gallery view where you're seeing everybody, and you can take a screenshot of that, add that on Instagram. Now, also, just so when we do fun things like that, as far as, you know, little challenges like that or little activities, call to actions, we're also going to give y'all crew coins, right? So if you go on the loveplus.com or you go on the app, we'll say, hey, post your picture on X, Y, and Z inside the capture room, and you earn 300 crew coins. These crew coins, like I keep mentioning, Jasmine is the highest crew coin earner right now with over 50,000 crew coins. She could sell these crew coins to you and make money over it. So when you get to that point, like Jasmine, you can sell these crew coins and get money over it. The only downfall is this. The longer you take to start making the investments in yourself, the less the crew coins are worth when it comes to how many crew coins you get per dollar. Right? See, because it becomes more valuable over time. So that means the less it's dispensable or disposable to just give out like that. So right now you may get 300 crew coins for posting that, but later on it might be 150. So Jasmine was taking advantage of it early on, where she's making investments. She got all of the needed resources. So on your PDF, we have the needed resources down there. Self-transformation blueprint. Everybody here should have a self-transformation blueprint. Who here, if you got the self-transformation blueprint, put a 1 in the chat. And I know if y'all pump faking, because I know I read the back end. So don't try to put a 1 and just try to sneak in. Let me know, be honest. If you got the self-transformation blueprint, put a 1 in the chat. When you got the self-transformation blueprint, you should probably read that every week. Probably read that every week. All right. I'm going to bring up Jasmine. Jasmine is going to share her story. And once again, when you invest into yourself, you're going to realize that you get everything that you want in your life. Don't be cheap on your investment, because the only thing you're cheating is yourself. Let's bring up the Golden Impact, the energy coach. What's up, Queen? How you feeling?
Family. Thank you, Sunshine, for just always shining your light, always coming through and just being you. Family, how are you doing today? Thank you, Coach Crew, for the platform. Thank you, Coach Crew, for the love. Thank you, Coach Crew, for the mindset. Thank you, everyone. Like Coach Crew said, my name is Jasmine. I am your energy coach. Listen, today already it's 9:22, and I've been cut, chewed, flipped, reversed, inside out. Okay, real estate is not for the weak. Let's just say that, right? Let's just say that. If you agree with real estate is not for the weak, I need you to put I agree in the chat, because the way I'm about to go through this phone, snatch up these agents by their neck, But the best part is the fact that I'm here with y'all. I would not want to go through anything that I go through without each and every single one of you here. And that's what I'm really present to. So again, I'm just grateful to be your energy coach, grateful to be the golden impact, right? I'm here to help build that battery back, boost your energy, ignite that fire, ignite that self-belief, right? To truly bet on yourself, because things will happen in life, right? Just like that phone that we charge, we need to recharge ourselves. We need to rejuvenate ourselves, right? Receive the awards that we want in life, right? So with me, that's what you'll understand. But yes, the best is not here. The best is on the way. Oh, I said that backward. The best is, look, the real estate got me all confuzzled. Y'all be patient with me. I'm so grateful. The best is not yet to come. The best is here, right? So you are here, and you will receive everything that you've ever wanted in life. So I need us to put in the chat, right? What's one ability that we feel strong in, right? That okay, when I look at Alicia, I know she's giving this. When I look at Bruce, I know he's giving this. When I look at Malik, I know he's giving that. When I see Danielle, I'm getting the clarity. I want you to put one characteristic that is giving you that strength, that really gives you that energy. All right, we got care for support. I love that. What is one characteristic that really sets you apart? Because we are hard workers, right? Every single day we wake up for these calls. Every single day we wake up for our dreams. We wake up for our families. We wake up for the commitment that we choose every single day. And we take the action. We got love in the chat. We got empowerment in the chat. We got confident in the chat. I need some more. I need to know what we know that we have strength in. What is our characteristics that we have strength in? Do we not know our strengths? Do we not know where our confidence is? Confident to speak. Okay, let me get some more. I need to know. There are 31 people on this call. We need to know what our strength is, what we're great at, what puts the battery in our back. You know, if you sitting down and you having a conversation with somebody and they bring up point A, you already know that that's your specialty, right? Caring, determined, resilience, empowering people. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we know what we're the best at. We know what we are strong at. We know what really charges our battery, right? So I just want to say congratulations for knowing what is your power, right? For knowing what works for you, for knowing what impacts other people from you. Give me these legs. Right? But sometimes the strengths can now be camouflaged in with our fears, with everything that drains our battery, that really takes us away from truly betting on oneself, right? And that reason comes from the second guessing your ability, second guessing who you are, really knowing who you are. And so I want us to really, really be present to the fact that if we're not organizing our priorities, if we're not committing to not being lazy, then we will never receive the results. We'll never receive the rewards. We'll never have that fully charged battery. It will constantly be drained. Because when we're lazy, when we're not doing the work, when we finding excuses, that's really that drained battery. And then we looking for the charger that we done had since 2015 with the head cut off or the duct tape on it to recharge us, but we want to be a different person. You see, my name is Jasmine Ruby, right? I wasn't always the energy coach. I wasn't always the golden impact, even though I technically was, but I wasn't. Why? Because I had a lack of self-confidence. You know, I had a deeper voice when it came to, being in school at a young age. I was taller. I was, the chubs, doing everybody's homework. But when people used to say certain things to me as, oh, your voice deeper than mine, or you this, you that, I took it into anger. I took it into aggression, right? I thought fighting was the way. I thought cussing people out was the way. I'm Caribbean, so cussing is is regular words for me. And I really didn't understand the fact that who I am is powerful for me. And until I learn who I am, until I love who I am, that I can't help anyone else. I can't elevate to the next level. I used to blame myself for my grandmother's passing away, for her death, right? Because I used to blame myself for her passing away because the day she passed away, I was on my way back from school. But because I didn't take the earlier bus, I used to sleep until 2:30 p.m., being lazy, lack of commitment, lack of confidence. So because I took a later bus, I always felt as though if I was there maybe 3-4 hours earlier, I would have been right by her side. And that was my best friend. And so I blame myself because that laziness, that lack of commitment, you sleeping in, you not this snooze button of 15-30 minutes. Those 15-30 minutes are so much more important than your life. I really blame myself. I sat there and blamed myself. Have y'all ever blamed yourself for something that was out of your control? If you have, I want you to type in the comments, no more blaming. No more blaming. If you've ever blamed yourself for something that was out of your control, I want you to type in the comments, no more blaming. Because why? Control your controllables. So after that point with my grandmother, after that point with my voice being deep or being this aggressive person, fighting, having to be at the top and the center of the room, but only if I was loud and really just causing ruckus, I realized, going back to church and really being intertwined with what I love, which was peace, which was joy, which was love, which was proper energy delegation, delegating the right energy to me, no one else. Instead of, excusing myself, saying that reading gave me headaches, sleeping because it was more important than anything, my grandmother believing those around me determine my future, I really chose to bet on myself because we can be our own enemy at times, right? We can, struggle to understand our actual feelings and our actual love and our actual light. So that betting on yourself, yeah, I did that. I want us to be present to what characteristics that aren't working for us. I need us to drop in the chat. Matter of fact, drop in the chat a characteristics that we want to be stronger in, right? We want to be stronger in for our business. We want to be stronger in for our personal life. We want to be stronger in for any aspect of our lives, but we don't see ourselves there. One characteristic that you need to be stronger in, that you want to be stronger in. One characteristic that you joined this program for. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. One characteristic that you joined this mentorship for, that you joined this program for, that you are aligning yourself with the right environment for. Staying consistent, staying on task. There's 30 people in this call. I need to see 30 answers. Discipline. Systems. Talk to me. Because if we had everything we needed, we wouldn't be here. We would be on top. Right? But there's always a higher level we can go to. And there's one characteristic at the very, very minimum, one characteristic that is stopping us, one characteristic that is draining our mental battery, draining us, literally draining us consistently. Discipline, accountability, community, knowledge. Now, I just want us to close our eyes for 1 second, right? Everybody close your eyes. I want us to see ourselves with that one characteristic, that discipline, that knowledge, having the consistency, having the ability, having the proper partnerships, having the guidance, having the systems, staying on task. What does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? How does that look like? How does it look like? What does it look like on you? How does it feel to be confident? How does it feel to be consistent? How does it feel to have the proper systems? How does it feel to be more disciplined? Can you feel it? You see yourself in that new outfit? You see yourself with those 3 self-storage facilities? You see yourself hosting that team meeting? You see yourself 200K profit after taxes? You see that? Because it all has to deal with belief. It all has to be the bet that you bet on yourself. No one else. Who's the people that are around you right now with your eyes closed? That's helping you with the systems. That's helping you with the time management. That's helping you with the consistency. Who's helping you? I want you to see them. See them pouring into you. See them cheering you on. And I want you to open your eyes now and look at the gallery view. Just look at the gallery view. Look at Coach Crew. Look at Ramel. If you have a mirror nearby, look at yourself. Because everything that you envision, what you see, how you look with that confidence, that consistency, that true self-belief, that's you. That's you right now. You saw it because it's you right now. And that's why they brought me here. That's why I'm not going nowhere. That's why your energy matters. It's time to believe in that recharge. It's time to be confident in who you are. Your spot has been filled since the day you were born. That's why your name is on that birth certificate. Your birthday is on that birth certificate. So now it's time to really bet on that birth certificate. There was a sacrifice for us to be here. A sacrifice from God, sacrifice from your mother, whoever you believe in, a sacrifice. So it's really that recharge. It's really that belief. It's really that bet on oneself and to consistently bet on oneself. I want us, whenever we feel as though, something comes up and we're not able to control it, or we don't feel as though, this is the right place and time for you. No, it is the right place and time for you, right? Why? Because you're in this situation. It is your situation and you will handle it because you were made to conquer every obstacle, which is not an obstacle, but it's an opportunity. I just got off the phone with this agent, told me my offer isn't accepted. What? What? You know who you're talking to? You know who you're talking to? All right, let me talk my talk. Here the revised offer. They don't got the commitment letter. I got the commitment letter. So now what? When they fall through, like your past offers, you're going to be calling me? And my client's gonna have another house. I'm gonna get on the phone with my client. I'm gonna reassure them that, listen, the best of the best of the best of the best is gonna be for you. Because when you believe in you and you bet on yourself consistently, ain't no one, ain't nobody, no environment taking you away from everything that you want in life. And that's just that. We all have a purpose, we all have a mission, and we all have a vision. And your vision is your best decision. So that be assertive, have the initiative. And that's what we do over here with the Energy Coach. I love y'all to life. Listen, in order for us to win, we have to be all in. But that all in looks like betting on yourself. What you envision, see that every day. We have to be all in. So that W, the one that's been doubting you, that W, I want you to remove it. I want you to demolish it. Okay? It's gone. We took that battery out and we put it back in our back. And I hope y'all really understood what I just said. In order for you to win, you have to be all in. So that W, the one that's doubting you, it's gone. Take that battery out of that one and put it back into you. I love y'all so much. I'm grateful to be here with y'all. I'm Jasmine Ruby, your energy coach, 360 video booth, teacher, educator, commercial real estate investor, real estate agent, Empress of Barbados, license loading soon in the Caribbean. You know that. Throw some batteries in the chat if this meant something to you. If you feel yourself, believe in yourself. If you feel that you need to consistently bet on yourself, not just Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 24/8. When you sleep and you betting on yourself. If that's how you feel, if that's what you got, if you got anything, I need you to throw the batteries in the chat. I love y'all so much. Remove that W and be all in. Let's go.
Right. Great stuff, Jasmine. Everybody send some love in the chat. All right. So The biggest thing is walking away from this is telling a story, right? Being able to tell your story. Because I'm telling you, your story will give you your glory. Everybody drop that in the chat. My story will give me my glory. Some people will be inspired by your story, others won't. They won't be phased. They'll be like, it wasn't good enough for me. All right, cool. That's understandable. We're not going to get everybody. Some target audience members of your particular brand, they might not want to buy from you right now. It doesn't mean that they don't want to buy from you later. It's just not right now. So it's just about the time, right? And the story is all about the time. Well, the time you went through this, the time you made it through that, the time that you saw this perspective this way and you changed it for this, and it made it work in your favor. The reality of it all is you're never not going to be challenged with a story. You're never not going to make up a story about a situation. It's all going to be built around story. If you look at everybody's faces, you can't really tell the story that they're going through. You can assume some stuff. You got a little bag on the eye, you can assume you're tired. You know, hair a little messy, you could assume something, but you don't know the other person's story. And even when you assume, you're creating a story. You can't run away from stories. So if you can't run away from the story, you might as well be the MVP. You might as well be the star of your movie. You might as well be that person that is the captain director to make sure you're putting the people in your scene, the people that can help you make that scene the best. That's why supporting actors also get awards. Who is your supporting actress or supporting actor? They got the best supporting actor, best supporting actress. You need that. That's an accountability partner. That's a buddy. That's somebody who's going to help you be the best version of yourself and not try to butter you up. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to try to pretend. We're here to help you win. And Jasmine is talking about win and taking the W out in order for you to be all in. You got to understand it's going to work or it's going to work. It's not anything in between. Anything in between, you might as well just forget about your dreams. You have to understand that in this particular world, everything happens from the mind first. From the mind first. Just everybody point to your mind for a second. Just point to your mind. Point to your mind. Your mind is inside of your brain. Point to the mind. Close your eyes and tell me how you can still see. How can you still see if you close your eyes? Put it in the chat. If you close your eyes and you think about a memory from the past, tell me how you can still feel the same emotions. Because I want y'all to understand something. Yes, but what is the vision coming from? Where is it? How is it happening? Through the mind. The mind is the thing that's creating your reality, regardless of how you feel about it. Some people's pain tolerance is different. Why? Because of the mind. You ever seen a kid run around and the kid is playing outside, get on a bicycle, got the happy face smiling, he getting it. Everything is all good and gravy. Everything is great. You're cheering them on. But the next thing you know, that rock right there on the floor hits the tire in a weird, precarious way. And then what happens is it flips over, the kid falls down, scrapes his knee, and the kid doesn't say anything. Until you say something, until you go, oh no, are you okay? And then the kid looks at themselves and go, I don't know, you tell me. And they start crying because now they see a little skid mark on the knee, a little blood, and now it's all crazy, right? Because of the mind. But there are certain children that thing would happen to, they would never feel that way. And then you start to notice as a parent, I gotta stop doing that. So now what you do as a parent now, you go, they fall down, you go, you're okay, you're good. Come on, get up, you're good. Because you know the mind is controlling the reality, but for some reason we forgot it in ourselves. So if you don't have what you want in your life, why? Let me know in the chat. Put it in the chat. If you don't have what you want in your life, tell me why you don't have what you want in you. Just put it in the chat. Put the answer. Don't play around. Put the real answer in the chat. We just laid it out in so many scenarios that you understand clearly now. I know you have to understand clearly. If you do not have what you want in your life, why not? Don't talk about money, because money is not your issue, because there's billions of dollars all around us. It all comes back to your mind. If you don't feel confident in your mind, you're not going to feel confident when it's time to do the thing that you need to do in order to get what you want. If you don't understand that your reality is in the brain, in the mind, then you're not going to understand why what's happening in the physical is not matching what's up here. Because literally, it's all about what are you thinking about? How are you going out to get it done? And who are you having around you? So when I talk about you being the star of your movie, you have to understand who's your supporting actors. You got to understand who's your supporting actor. You have to understand the scene. What type of scene would you like to have? What type of experience would you like to have? Who's your casting director? What type of coaches are you putting in your life? What's the plot? Understand the story, the mindset. What's the plot? And there's always going to be a plot twist. And the plot twist is your challenges. What happens in the story? Everybody tell us what happens in the story. What happens in the story? Every time you see that plot twist come, like if you was just to watch the story and you can make a summary before it all unfolds, you could tell me what happens in the plot twist. When things go wrong, what is usually the answer? What usually develops outside of that or after that? Put the answer in the chat. I know everybody knows because you're watching movies, you watch TV shows, the same thing is played all the time. It's from the same 3 T's that I've given you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, and it's always the same thing. It's always the same. Even if the movie ended in a way that it wasn't as much of a triumph, it still ended up with something great that somebody took away some type of lesson and you learned, you walked away with a piece of information that improved your life, period. That's going to happen to you. Whatever's going on in your life right now, a challenge, you're going to get through your challenge. So you can finally say, I did that. Everybody put in the chat, I did that. We're going to start thinking for the future right now. We start thinking for the future right now. I did that. Yeah, I made $30,000 in one day. I did that. I used to wait a whole year. I used to wait 52 weeks to make $30,000. I did that in one day. Took 52 minutes. I did that. Snap it up, clap it up for yourself right now. I did that. Ooh. Because when you feel, you make it real. I did that. You gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable so that way you can get what you want. So that way you can live the way you want to live. It might sound like a bunch of riddles. It might sound like we're a bunch of rappers up here, but the truth of the matter is, it's all going to happen for you regardless. You're going to get your chance to shine whether you like it or not. You better be prepared for it. Because if you're not prepared for it, you'll miss the opportunity. If you miss the opportunity and you think that nothing is working, if you're not casting the right people in your movie, you're going to think the people around you are no good. If you don't like where you live, you're going to think the scene, your environment is just messed up. When you see challenges happen, you're going to think, God, why me? You're having multiple chances to show your greatness. That's why things keep happening to you. You keep folding. Things keep happening to you because you keep having an opportunity to show your greatness because you keep saying, God, why me? Please put me in a situation so I can get what I want. You keep doing your affirmations, but then when we give you the work to work through, you don't want to work through the work. But then it's the people who do want to work through the work. And then where you see them at? Where do you see the people that work through the work? You see them on a screen. Why? Because they was here first. They was on the screen of their mind first, seeing them get through their obstacles. And guess who that is now? Guess whose turn it is now? It's your turn. Everybody put it's my turn. Everybody put it's my turn. It is my turn. It is your turn. See, not only did we talk about the star and the best supporting actors, what about the co-stars? See, you're the star of your movie, but everybody else is the star of their movie. So what must that mean? It must mean that they're the co-stars as well, right? And you're a co-star to them. They're a co-star to you, right? So please understand, everybody, understand. You are great. You are whole. You are complete. Everything that you want is coming for you, but you got to be ready to receive. The only way you're ready to receive is if you give. What are you willing to give? Because guess what? You did that. Whatever goals you set, you did that. I want everybody to come on mute. I want everybody to say I did that. And I want everybody to clap it up because this is something that you're going to achieve today. This is something that you're going to achieve tomorrow. This is something that you're going to achieve the next day. And guess what? You did that. Let's go.
Let's go.
I did that. I did that.
I did that.
I did that.
I did that.
I
I did
did that.
that.
I did
Did the
that.
damn thing. That's what I did.
I did it.
I did that.
Done.
Did the damn thing.
Finally.
I did
Did
that,
it.
family. We
Did that.
did
I
that.
did that.
Let's
Did
go.
that.
Right, great stuff. So anybody want to share any reflections from today? Anybody want to come up here and share? Yes, you still have work to do. Shout out to Kara, shout out to David, people who've been executing on the loveplus.com or the Love Plus app, and they've been going through the accountability Accelerator Bootcamp program. And I want everybody to remember, that's where the work is. Moya, can you share your screen in a second? Hold on, I want to get some hands up first. Anybody who want to raise their virtual hands, 30 seconds or less, please. What did you get from today's segment of the Mailbox Motivation Calls? See, probably something, right? I know we got a breakthrough somewhere, somehow, some way, but please make sure to come up here, raise your hand, because if you are the MVP, if you are the most active participant, you are going to get some value in your life. And this is that opportunity that we're giving you right now. If you're tired of going through your challenges, if you're tired of being the one that says, why me? If you're tired of having low finances, I know this might seem small, but it's the small gains that create the big wins. Please understand that when you raise your virtual hand, what that is doing is training your mind to be in the habit of being the most active participant in your life. Why? Because we're giving you an opportunity. Anybody who passes over opportunities become poor. If you pass over opportunities repeatedly, you become poor. That's what poor is. Because every time you get an opportunity, you think the opportunity is so small that it won't give you that big win. So you don't take the opportunity because it's not big enough for you. This is the opportunity right here. Personal development. As you grow within, you grow without. So the understanding that you're going to grow without lack. When you grow within, you grow without. You're going to grow without lack. You're not going to lack anything because everything is already inside of you. So as more as you pour inside, as more as you grow inside, everything else on the outside grows as well, and including finances. So you could think that this is a small thing. You could think that this is not big, but I promise you, this is it. This is it. The real estate that you want, you're not going to be able to do the real estate without doing this part. The part that, okay, because why? You're gonna have to show off the property. If you're a real estate agent, you have to show off the property, you have to talk to people, you have to be in action, and it might have to be on a whim. And any other business that you got, you might have a funding business and somebody come up to you, you can't just, I'm still in the bed. No, get up and get to work right here, right now. So that's when we offer opportunities for you to raise your hand, get up to work right now. All right, let's go with Angela. Angela, 30 seconds or less. Then we go with Sunshine. You can choose the next person, and then Jasmine can choose the next person after that. What's up, Angie? Oh, yeah, let's unmute you. Let's have you unmute.
For me, there's glory in your story, powerful. It allows you to see where you have come, what you've gotten through, and where you're going to. It gives you clarity, it gives you a vision, and it creates that GPS for you going forward, so you can surround yourself with the right people, so you can have that supporting cast, so you can move forward in confidence that you can do anything.
Everybody drop some love in the chat. Great stuff. Drop some love for Angela in the chat. Great stuff, Angela. Sunshine, what you got, Queen?
Queen Kara, come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a beautiful and blessed day. So for me, the reflection was, there's always in your hands, right? And I know the coaches a lot, and our current situation is not our final destination. So that's what the stories that Sunshine, your story, Jasmine's story, like that's was a moment of reflection for me. So that's what I got out of it.
Absolutely. Everybody send some love to Kara in the chat. Please remember, do the assignments. Go on to loveplus.com or Love Plus app. Go to the accountability groups, which is located inside of the groups and rooms tab. Go to the program. Please put in your commitments. Please put in your goals. Please put in your research. Coaches, please make sure your team is doing what they need to do to get what they want in their lives. Please. Let's go to the next person. Who's next? Jasmine, who we got?
Queen Janelle. Come through, Queen Janelle.
Hi,
Janelle?
good morning. Good morning. What I learned today about myself, and I forgot it, and is that I keep waiting for other people's approval. Everything in my life that I've gotten in my life is because people have said I haven't, you can't do that, or what are you doing? And from getting left back and skipping a grade, that was because somebody believed in me and he saw something in me. If he had not seen that and told me that, I would have just continued following the crowd. every obstacle, failing in college, and the teacher telling me to drop the class, how he been doing it for 25 years, and people that he have told that to, they have never passed the class. And I did it, and not only did I pass, I got an 8 in the class. And he called me out, at the end of the class, and he told the whole classroom what had happened, from the beginning. And when I look at that, that's a reflection of my whole life. When people tell me I can't do stuff, that's when I step up. So I'm learning to step up without having to be challenged. You know what I mean? It's like it's just real mind-boggling that I was brought up like that and trained to think like that you can only do things and people tell you when you can't do it.
Absolutely. I don't want y'all to move when your back is against the wall. I want you to move while your feet is on the floor.
Yeah.
Please stand tall, 10 toes down, understanding that if you are the most active participant, if you are the most valuable participant, if you are the star of your movie, everything starts to formulate around you, right? Taking that initiative, being assertive. Please understand that everything that you do matters. So we want to do it right now. When are we acting right? We want to act right now. Everybody drop right now in the chat. Send some love to Janelle. All right, Janelle, baseball queen. Who's up next, Sunshine?
King Manny, come talk to us, King.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What I got for him today is there's a purpose behind everything that happened. From last year myself to for the past 2 years, I've been a real estate agent. Wake up early in the morning, just calling for sale by owners and getting a lot of listings. So last year around like May or so, I think around like May or before when the interest rate had changed, I had like 6 listings just sitting there, not moving at all. So and when you have family, you got kids and stuff to take care of, it put me in a spot of months going by and having these listings sitting there, they're not moving, and put me back into a 9-to-5 job and stuff like that because I got to take care of the family. So so what I got is it's purpose behind everything that happened. And yeah, there's purpose behind everything that happened in life. And everything that happened is for a purpose for you to figure things out and direct you in a different way. I don't want to take too much of your time. The story is pretty long, but I just want to come out and let you guys know that.
Absolutely. Everybody send some love to Manny in the chat. Understanding your purpose. Your purpose will lead you to your paradise, right? And where's your purpose going to come from? Your purpose is going to come from your pain. I know we're giving you a lot of rhymes and riddles, but I'm just telling you, it's all simple. It's really your pain will transform into your power when you realize the power that you have within inside of you. And that's the power to make your world shift, make your world change, make your world alter into the way that you want to see your life panning out. So great stuff. Everybody send some love to King Manny. Driving ain't still getting the work done. That's what I'm talking about. Who's next, Queen?
Go. King Bruce.
Also, hold up. Before you call up the next person, Jazz, Moya, can you drop the link, or Sunshine, drop the link to the plans inside of the chat. If anybody here who doesn't have a coach, a assigned personal coach, sign up so that way you can get your assigned personal coach. But choose the package that you feel is best for you. Right? If you see yourself at a high status, choose the best status. Choose the best status. If you see yourself, just starting out and you want to just at least get your foot in the door, choose the status that fits for you. But make sure to never go to settle for less. Always go for the highest packages for yourself and what you want from your world. All right. Let's continue to go. Jazz, back on you.
Let's get it. Bring it, Bruce. Let's go. Bring the battery, Bruce. Come through. I was just on him in the comments like, Bruce, where you at?
Sure, we here. Yeah, what I learned from today, Coach, is it's different levels to stories. When you broke down your story, Sunshine, Jasmine, it's inspiring in different ways. So just to perfect that storytelling is powerful, and include the tragedy, the temper point, and the triumph in that story, depending on what time you have, is impactful. So just fine tuning that, and also the word speaking. Just see the words in the person that's speaking so you can kind of get it before you kind of lose thought is what I got.
Absolutely. Visualizing the word as we're saying it. Like if you start to do that, I'm telling you, your mind is going to be on another level. 100%. Everybody send some love for King Bruce. Bruce is showing up. Please, everybody, do the work. Go to your groups and rooms inside loveplus.com or the Love Plus app, and then go to your groups and rooms, accountability program, and then please go ahead, put your commitments. Go ahead and put your goals. Go ahead and do the research. These tools that we're providing you, utilize them. We have a ton of challenges on the app too. If you're dealing with money challenges, make sure you select the money challenges so that way it gives you which challenges to help you overcome your money challenges. If you're dealing with procrastination or time management, choose that. So that way we can give you all the challenges that's going to help you with your time management or your procrastination. But literally put yourself in a position to never say no to yourself, to say yes to yourself by doing the work and allowing the work to work on you. Who's next, Queen?
Queen Angelique, come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I received a lot of gems from you guys, you all, and I appreciate it. Number one, I definitely received the tragedy, the tipping point, the triumph. As you were speaking about that, I was mapping it. So it's exciting to know the obstacles that I've postured up to this day has been working and has been helping. Like, for instance, my consistency that I keep saying in the goals that I want on the Love Plus, I have 2 minutes before I have to go in to public speak with my corporate office. And I said I was going to be consistent with you and being on this call to make sure that I'm able to achieve my goals. So I just want to say that those things have helped me, and even more so being able to map it out, give me the visual to understand that I'm one step closer to that triumph.
Everybody send some love in the chat. Angelique said she's gonna show up and she's showing out. She's looking good, she's feeling good, she's sounding good. So we already know your presentation will be good. It's just a matter of time for you to get in and pretty much blow everybody away. So everybody send some love in the chat. The biggest thing I want everybody to take away from this is seeing yourself victorious. Like, see yourself victorious. You are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything you've ever said you wanted to be. See yourself victorious. If you haven't gotten a personally assigned coach, go to the plans and pricing link that Moya or Sunshine just dropped. Get your plan so that way we can put you into your coach. So that way you can have a designated coach to help you through whatever it is you're going through. But you're also going to get access to the other coaches as well. So just pretty much, we're wrapping up right now. Everyone, like, if you feel like there's another level you can go to, I want you to take yourself to that next level. If you feel like there's another level that you can get to, I want you to visualize that level. If you feel like there's something more for you and you feel like all you need is one more move, one more piece, one more gym, one other thing, one other component, maybe just being in a community one more month, regardless of what it is, you want to make sure you stay tapped in to get what you want in your life. The only way you're going to get what you want in your life is if you do what you need to do. You have to do what you need to do. Personal development is number one. That is the biggest thing. Because if you work on personal development, you will have the keys to success, because anything is possible. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to close it up. Everybody on mute, everybody off mute. I want y'all to make the noise level of the impact that you got today. If you got a little bit of impact, make a little noise. If you got a lot of impact, make a lot of noise. Unmute yourself. I want you to go crazy if you feel like you went crazy today. Snap it up, clap it up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's
Motivational.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Right.
Yes,
Get
yes.
it.
Let's go.